Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
It's I Got Some Shit Soda podcast, man. We're back. Day 2, Tailgates and Tallboys. With me, I have, y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squint.
Of course, and
ChadArmesTV.com.
Hell yeah.
finally joined by Miss Manuel.
Hell yeah.
Miss
Miss Mel in the
Mel.
building.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Mel.
Just a male in the motherfucking...
Hell yeah.
That's for you, darling.
Oh, thanks.
Miss Mel's finally with
I
us.
could have took Leroy's drop because I said that we could have said at the beginning that we took a break and Leroy came back as a female.
Yeah, shout out Leroy.
Yeah, shout out Leroy. Fun fact, here it comes.
Yeah.
Miss Mel is our first female guest.
Yeah, man.
She's the first female to ever bless a mic.
Yeah, and it's dope because this is day 2, but I guess it's kind of we're just gonna put a bow and a recap on day 1. I guess what
Sure.
we can do.
We can do that.
Shout out to Lorenzo,
Shout out Lorenzo Cole.
Leroy, and Sonny.
and Sunny Paradise.
Street Flavor.
Shout out Street Flavor.
Yeah, they day 1 was Leroy and he performed and 3-6 performed and
Trilogy.
for sure.
And
Cliffy.
our boy Cliffy D and drums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ versus drums.
DJ versus drums, which is dope.
So it was
And
cool.
Capped off the night with
3-6 Mafia,
3-6 for
which was
sure.
insane. We got some crazy footage for ChadArmesTV.
Yeah, man. So the episode that we shot with Leroy and them yesterday, however we're doing this, but Leroy did a great job on his set.
Yes, he did.
He
Shout
did
out
a
to
great job
kid,
working
man.
the
He did
crowd.
great.
So salute to Leroy. They were able. He autographed a couple of butt cheeks on some women, and they went and got it tattooed.
That's crazy.
And came back and showed him. He was like, I don't, which was crazy. But Leroy he had a great set. They had to dip right after. They had a show
Immediately
in
after.
Bristol.
Like, we didn't even
The next
see.
day,
They
yeah.
broke down merch. We were all breaking down merch at the same time, and like we turned around and Leroy was gone. He was saying goodbye to fans and all that stuff. He stood out in front of his merch table for a good half hour, 45 minutes, and then in the blink of an eye, he was gone. And we made it back into the podcast room. And while this room's housed, they're using this room for like most of the artists and stuff to pass through. They're catering to the artists in the same room. But during this whole thing, we were told that, and shout out Tailgates and Tallboys, they've taken amazing care of us.
Absolutely.
But we were told out the gate that during 3-6 Mafia, it was part of their rider that they would have this room solely to them and their team. And that made perfect sense. So we sort of downsized the podcast stuff. Shout out to them and their team. They didn't fuck with none of our shit. Like,
No, not at all. Everything was just like it was when we left. Yeah.
Exactly. But when we made it back into the room, I knew that Leroy's phone was in here charging.
Yeah.
I knew that. And I figured that was kind of like a thought in all of our heads, I guess, that when we made it back into the room, that Leroy would be here to get his phone, whoop-de-whoop. We'd send them off, that type shit, help them load up, whatever. And no, I texted Leroy and was like, where you at, Bubba? And he said, headed to Bristol.
Yeah. So
Shout out to the kid, though. He
shout out
shook
to them.
it. He totally shook
did,
it.
man. He got to perform some stuff off Creek thing, and they performed 2 songs.
2 brand new songs.
They did a good job, man. It was fun getting to see them, and then y'all got to interact. Y'all talk about this. Squints and Mel and Leroy, all 3 of y'all got to interact with the Trash Panda.
We did, dude.
Yes.
We have footage of that. I can put that.
Yes,
Actually,
I do.
I'll put that right here.
Yes, I can
so y'all
send you the
see
clip.
it.
There's one I got of it going from Leroy to Mel, and then I got one of it going from you to Mel.
Oh, dope. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I put those in there.
I was lucky enough to snap it on I think either my Insta or my Snapchat, one of the two.
I went
But,
looking for the guy this morning.
Yeah, we
I'm
could
Yeah,
going to
we're gonna
find
find
him again.
it's a must.
for sure
Because I've got to.
make that happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool.
No, it was definitely a good time. So today, day 2, we just checked back in. We've only been here on site for about an hour, and shit, actually like 2 hours.
Close
But,
to just
yeah.
been setting up, eating, chilling, getting kind of everything going.
Eating is very easy to do out here. There's food fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, shout out to the catering, man.
We're literally put in the room that caters to the artists, et cetera, and the staff. So,
Yeah.
that it's help yourself type shit for us, which is great. Shout out to
Well,
Tailgates and Tallboys. But
Then you walk out this door right here.
and it's carnival food.
Yeah.
Carnival food.
Straight carny shit. There's
Oh.
fucking everything you can name, all the good shit that's at fucking
Funnel
the
cakes.
funnel
corn
cakes, fucking
dogs.
fried Oreos, goddamn. There's shrimp baskets and shit out there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. Big lemonades and sweet teas and shit. Like, goddamn.
You got to make sure your money's right, though.
Right.
For sure.
$26 for 2 sweet teas and a cheese stick.
Fun fact. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and another fun fact. 1 cheese stick and a drink cost me $18, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I want to give a shout out,
which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, for sure, to DJ O.Rig.
Shout out
DJ O.Rig is in the building.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's going to be sliding through at some point over the weekend.
We had to say that out loud so we could hold him to it and make
For
sure.
sure, he's down.
Also here, shout out O.Rig.
O.Rig has been a dude that, if y'all are familiar with the channel, we did an interview with O.Rig. I've known O.Rig probably longer than anybody in music except for Brandon E. and Pudgy, like when I first started, and my boy Truth. But like, O.Rig is one of those guys, man, and I'm glad that he helps us with podcast advice.
Absolutely, we have equally agreed that he is one of our favorite human beings in this industry.
He's always been A1. So shout out to O.Rig.
Shout out to that guy. We're gonna make him sit down
for sure. He's down there. He's definitely down. He's just busy. He's doing a lot of stuff up here at Tailgate, so making sure stuff's right. But shout out to O.Rig.
So along with day 2, who else? Who's on day 2? Let's just run through that real quick.
Okay, so Brodnax is opening the show off.
Shout out
Papaw.
to that guy.
Yeah, Squinch finally got to meet.
To meet Brodnax.
Yeah. Speaking of that, shout out Codeine. He just popped in.
Shout out Super Codeine.
But so Brodnax is opening. He goes first, and then you've got Dusty Lee.
Shout out
and
Dusty
then after
Lee.
Dusty, you got Savannah Dexter.
Shout out Savannah.
Then you've
Dexter.
got Adam Calhoun. Well, you've got Demon. Then you've got Adam closing it out. So
Absolutely.
it's gonna be a really cool, like set. For
Busy
sure.
day.
Yeah,
Busy day. And everything is popping off about 6 p.m.
6 o'clock. Yeah, that's when the performances start.
And currently it's 3:15 p.m. So we just got our bellies full, checked in. We still got to unload merch. We still got lots to do, but in the meantime,
Gotta figure that situation out, yeah.
Exactly, and we'll be following through here. Just it's a little different than yesterday because, like I said, the 3-6 thing kind of.
We were limited on what we could do,
and it took us a little longer to set up. We were kind of figuring it out where we were going to do, how we were going to do it. Then we got it set up, and then we wanted to figure out how we break it down fast, and what we take back to the hotel, et cetera. It's just there's a lot going on. There's a lot of fucking equipment out here too.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we got, because the main thing I wanted to accomplish podcast wise for day 1 was getting that street flavor sit down, and we got that with the guys, with the fam. So that was dope, because it 3-6. I was hoping we could somehow. But I figured it would kind of be a
in and out.
Them as soon as they were done,
pulled up in buses and hit the maybe sat in their bus 20 minutes before stage time. Came out, did sound check. Within 30 seconds after sound check, they immediately hit the stage and shook it for an hour. Mm-hmm. At least they didn't.
I
think
it was 57 minutes.
It was right at an hour, and I think because they cut one song, they were going to try to do Mosh Pit, and it did. I think they called an audible.
Yeah, the participation was a little lacking.
Because there was already some fight-ish stuff going on.
Sloppy motherfuckers.
Yeah, so...
but I'll go ahead and throw flowers right now. Miss Mel is the one that captured 90% of the 3-6 footage that you guys will be seeing.
Yeah, we'll throw some of that up. She did a great job.
Wowzers.
She got some really cool pics for Kansas, too.
I Army crawled
down
in the front and... was on my knees in their face.
In the mud.
She was making it happen. So shout out to you, babe. You killed that. But
definitely,
we're excited about day 2. This is it's going to be it's action packed, man. I mean, one after the other.
I was telling Jay outside, my list is getting shorter, Chatty, because I'm really anxious to meet Brodnax, and I checked that off this morning. Shout out to Brodnax.
And you met Demon already.
And I met Demon Jones
so now you just
today.
got to meet Adam, which is going to happen.
And I have to meet Adam and Starlito. And I think my list is complete.
Yeah, so shout out to Taman. You met Adam's son.
I met Taman.
Yeah. We're going to have to get you a bigger list.
Yeah, I need to re-explore the list.
For sure, we'll just reevaluate it.
It's literally, though, from there's that list. It's like 60-something people.
Yeah.
That before in the part of the manifestation process that I listed 60-something names.
Oh, that's dope.
And out of every one of those names, they have all been checked off. Plus, in addition to some, obviously,
added some in.
Like perfect example, Troy Money. Shout out Troy Money.
Yeah, man. Great people.
And then, Lito will be the only one left. So we'll have to handle.
And that's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a matter of time. But yeah, man, it's the whole event. Like day 1 was really cool. Like it was. I think it's going to be the smaller of the 3 days if I was guessing, because there's already more people here today than there were here
definitely
yesterday.
We noticed that when we're coming in. It's a lot more action. Say
a lot more performing acts too. You know,
very true.
So
the back's full of buses.
Yeah, so it's yeah, man. It's just we're excited. We're just glad to be here again. Can't shout out to Billy Cowell enough for because we were expecting, maybe like a small little room or something. And
Yeah.
I mean, this
to be able to set up in this room right here and just be able to
this whole room.
all the security's super cool. They've checked in with us and told us
Yeah.
not to worry about our things and possessions. We can come and go as we want in here. It's all love, man.
It's
And we
love,
appreciate
man.
the hell out of it.
And everybody's been really cool with us. Like, security's been great.
Yeah.
Even the
Stand-up
police
staff.
was like, anything y'all need, let us
For
know.
sure. Let
Like,
us know.
everybody's been really quiet, super cool and welcoming. So we are beyond grateful. We'll continue to say that on however many episodes we get from this
Yeah.
tailgates, but it's been great so far.
Excited about day 2. I'm ready to get to work.
Yeah, man. We, this is kind of the chill moment, like we're getting to do this. And I love that where we're at, we're right next to stage. So we can just dip right out the door and go catch performances and then come right back in. And
Facts.
we can recap them right on. The only thing that sucks is that we can't do live, but that's fine because we're going to get enough content. And it's probably better because some artists may not want to be live. You know what I mean? If they come and pop in and stuff like that. So
Facts. That makes sense too.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't break my heart that we can't go live.
no, because we're getting so much dope
Phone
stuff.
service
anyways.
out here is absolute shit.
Yeah, it's like purgatory.
No one has service
Except for
unless you're
you.
AT&T.
Yeah, except for you.
And it's minimal. It's not like my shit's booming or
Yeah.
anything. We hooked up my hotspot a minute ago. I don't know what that is. We hooked up my hotspot a minute ago and tried to just check numbers on the podcast episode today. Shout out episode 94. I don't
When
know.
this is being recorded, episode, because we're recording this on Friday the 29th,
Yeah.
day 2.
What came out today?
Episode 94 came out, Flying V.
Yeah, shout out Flying
Yeah.
V. Hope y'all enjoyed that one.
Shout out to the Flying V,
That was a
man.
great one. But we tried to bring it up and check the numbers and stuff for that this morning. That was a struggle.
Struggle bus, baby.
Very limited internet access, but that's more than fine. Luckily, we don't need that to do this.
I imagine when we get back to like real civilization closer to home, our phones are going to be like
Oh,
ding,
it's
ding,
gonna-
ding,
it's gonna-
ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
Mine does go off. I sent Chad we got separated earlier, and I text Chad. I said, "Where you at?" And he got it an hour later.
Yeah, and it sent it to me like he just sent it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
we were already like linked back up. He was sitting right over there, and he's like, "Oh shit, Squint's texting me. Where you at?"
Yeah,
An
for
hour
sure.
ago.
But yeah, man, it's been great, dude. I look forward to being able for y'all to see the content that we're getting. We're getting live performance stuff that we'll upload over time. We're going to get whatever we can just to kind of keep things pushing. We're glad that this is the first time we've been able to go
Mobile.
with mobile with the podcast for
Yeah.
sure, which is something that I think now that we're able, well, obviously we know it can work. Just
Yeah.
we've even got it mimicked to look a lot like.
And that's luck of the draw.
That would definitely was because
Yeah.
we were planning on doing whatever we had to do.
Yeah.
It was just one table and we were just sitting at it.
Yeah, we could go minimal. We could go minimal or just the roadcaster and keep the visual separate if we needed to. But
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we are set up. I literally packed almost everything we own except for our lidded sign. That's our old sign back there. So everything just works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
of
sure.
course, we brought Whizzle with us. Whizzle goes everywhere with us.
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
And if any of you are familiar with the bird shitting on Lex and
yeah, and
on
me. Yeah,
Chad,
that's kind of what that is.
There's a
they can't see it.
bird,
I'll see if
right?
Oh, they can't.
I can't.
I mean, it's just little.
see the bottom of it right
Yeah,
there.
it's like a
there's
drawing.
bird right here over Chad's shoulder, and then there's Whizzle.
Yeah, so that was kind of funny how that worked out too. So
But yeah, shout out Tailgates and Tall Boys. Day 2, guys. Excuse me, my bad.
yeah, we just wanted to put a bow on this.
Yep.
Shout out Street Flavor. Shout out Sonny, Lorenzo, Leroy. Y'all did great yesterday, man.
Trillo G and DJ versus drums with
And 3-6.
D and 3-6.
Oh,
It was a great day.
Let's quick
ahead.
before we leave. 3-6. Let's talk about that real quick.
Go ahead.
3-6 Mafia. It was just Paul and Juicy. Now I know a lot of these shows they've been doing. They've been bringing in like LeChat and Pat and
Yeah.
Gangsta Boo. But I had a feeling with this one, it would just be those two, just because it's so far removed from.
It seems
It's
like
not. It's not a right off the interstate, right off the airport kind of.
definitely
venue.
not.
So,
Definitely not.
These two dudes got up there and rocked the stage for an hour and played nothing but
Hit
banger after banger after banger.
hit.
And it was so dope, dude. It was my first time seeing them live. And
Facts,
stay
me
tuned to
too.
ChadArmesTV
Like,
because
it
there's
did miss.
potential. There may be some stuff in the works, but that's all I want to say. I don't want to jinx it, but this could be. Anyway, the set was so fire. Like I've been
Easter
listening
egg.
to nothing but 3-6 for
I mean,
the
Chad
last
told
month.
y'all repeatedly though that he's top 5 3-6 easy.
Pat's my second favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah.
Like it's just been Pimp C, then Project Pat.
Yeah.
So like, and salute to Lil White.
Do you remember? Yeah, shout out Lil White for
being
sure.
able to do the follow up interview with him.
What?
Man.
Yeah, Definitely.
Thank you. I
And
love you, White.
all y'all tapping in for that, hitting like and all that off of that. We've gained a lot of new subscribers off
For sure.
off those interviews. So shout out to Lil White, man. He
man.
takes care of us. That's family. Chad, Mel, both of you, what was y'all's favorite song from 360 set last night?
Ooh, good question. What was yours?
Well, first, what was your favorite song from Leroy set? Let's talk about that just real quick.
I love Run with the Wolves is one of my favorite Leroy.
Yeah, great
It's my
song.
favorite.
Great record.
It's been released. It's my favorite Leroy
Yeah.
song. Period.
What's the one I like? The second to last one.
No, that's my favorite. That would be my favorite from the set. Like two. It's called "Not Sober." It's a song that Leroy hasn't put out yet. He just performed it. But it's produced by Lorenzo.
Yes.
And it is a
monster
crossover banger.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for y'all to hear that one. But that would be my two. What about you, Mel? From Lee Rizzles.
Out the Window was good too.
Yeah, that was good too. The codeine song, just because it's gimmicky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's great. That one did good. People like that one.
People do like that one.
Sonny wasn't a fan of him doing that one because he said it wasn't mixed,
Sonny hates that song.
But that was Sonny's but Leroy it killed it.
He sold the song
Absolutely, he
with like interacting with the crowd before he did it.
Yeah, for sure, because that's what he's.
I mean, that's part of it too. If he was just have been like, my song is this,
just done it,
and just did it, it probably would have been like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he sold it before he started, and it was done.
Yeah, for sure.
So what about 3-6? Favorite song 3-6? I gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, golly.
Stay Fly, probably, bro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I just love Paul's verse on that.
See, so Stay Fly is a good song. It's not even. It probably wouldn't even be in my. And I love. I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah, Paul just snapped on that. I loved it last night.
I would say, man. Oh God, I love Tear the Club Up. That's one of my.
They played all the hits.
They played every hit, dog.
Where's the Bud? They play. I mean, they played.
They even played Chicken Head and a couple that they produced. You know what I'm saying? I would say either Tear the Club Up or Weak Ass Bitch, dog. Weak Ass Bitch always goes hard. What about you?
That one's good.
What would be your favorite one? You got to film a lot of Who Run It. That was really good. That looked cool.
Yeah, well, several of them I filmed. The late night.
Oh, Late Night Tip, classic.
When that beat started, you were like,
oh
man. I wasn't expecting it.
I love performances like that where it's just continuous hits and you forget about them. You're like, you get remembered. Like you literally are.
Because that was one of the ones that was like big,
huge
back then. Like, and that I remember that you don't
think
it's
about
not something that comes on the radio, basically. And unless you go looking for it, and 9 times out of 10 you're not thinking about it. But when it popped up, I was like, oh shit.
And me and
what
Chad,
am I, 17 again?
About 40 minutes in, I kept looking at Chad and Mel like, God damn, these motherfuckers, they putting on a show. Like, they've been out here a minute.
Yeah. Full disclosure, too, I was shot by the end of the. Like, my back and my feet were just completely.
We all were,
Chad
man.
We were. So she took over.
I can't physically stand anymore. I said, give me the camera. And
so I passed it off.
Sit down. And I turned around and looked 2 minutes later, and he was not sitting down. I said, sit down.
Yeah, I couldn't sit down long. I was so hyped, dude.
But
yeah, shout out to 3-6, man.
But as soon as they were done, we was beeline to the truck because we had to get to the hotel because I had food in the crock pot.
Hell yeah, I got that roast.
Shout out to roast at midnight last night.
Yeah.
Great.
But hell yeah, man. I got some shit to say, man. I guess
it's definitely that.
This puts a bow on that episode, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Yeah, always.
This is going to be one of the series and tailgate series, but whenever it comes out, y'all see it.
However it comes out.
Yeah, but
we wouldn't be able to do half of what we're doing without Jay, little LBC over there.
Hell yeah! Shout out Jay.
I've only met one other man like him, and that's my Papaw. Yeah. And Jay is.
We tried to get him on camera.
A clone of him, and
it's dope.
There's not a situation and or a problem that he cannot find a solution to or fix.
Hell yeah! Shout out LBC.
We were talking about moving merch later, Chad. We were like, damn, dude, it'd be dope. I mean, because the way we got this podcast set up, there's a door that's accessible right over here off camera. You may have seen it on the earlier segment, but real talk, it's maybe 200 or 300 feet away from this door where we could get to a merch table.
Yeah.
And I was saying, because it's kind of an issue when we all walk away from our merch. Yesterday, Sonny was there. Shout out Sonny. So if he could man the merch if we wasn't around.
Yeah.
But and Jay did a great job. Mel too, and all of us were kind of like there the whole time.
Yeah, just kind of just doing it.
If we did all walk, like say for Leroy's performance, we all wanted to see Leroy perform, but we all definitely can't walk. And Sonny too. So to leave the table then was kind of a challenge. And we were like, hey man, we should just pack it up. We could obviously just hang them up in the back, be on display, and then when someone inquires, just run in here and grab it. And we were like, but that's a lot of running. And Jay said,
I'll sit here.
Just raised his hand up like, that's, bro, I'm here.
We may try something different today too with the merch. I might go mobile with it.
Mobile.
I was trying to be a team player too, as far as like we have different tags on, so we're in different areas. So Kansas was on the other side of the fence. Kansas Rebel Man's here, and so I went and snatched his equipment so that
get his pictures.
I could get him some content on his camera and his phone and everything. So trying to make sure everybody's got a piece of it.
We're about to cut this one off. Shout out to Road though, because we are surprised about how much on the content we got. We played some back, and we were kind of concerned about the background noise because there's a lot happening in this room right now.
It scared us,
and that's why a little different than any other episode. When you see me constantly looking around, I mean, there is literally.
It's definitely different.
20 people in here.
We're making it work.
There's a haircut going on. There's
shout out to
going on. I think there's some Domino's. Somebody's eating a hamburger.
A lot happening.
That's great.
So hopefully all this translates to y'all well.
We love y'all,
But shout out Rode for their amazing equipment. We need to sponsor. That would be amazing. But shout out Tailgates and Tall Boys Day 2. We here, show and prove in the building, man. Shout out Jackie Moon. He's with us, man. Miss Mel, of course.
Hell yeah.
ChadArmesTV as always. Me, myself, Squints. But we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We appreciate Tailgates and Tall Boys. We're going to keep the content coming. Let's get to work.
Hell yeah, let's go, guys.
Y'all ready? All right.
Go.
Daddy.
Bow.
Y'all listening to the I Got Some Shit to Say podcast by on ChadArmesTV. It's Brodnax tapping in one time.
It's I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop, because trust me, we never do. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squid.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. And back there in the corner as always.
ChadArmesTV.com.
Not always in the corner, but always with me.
Big
and
dog.
finally, Chad.
Hell yeah.
It's finally happened.
I told you we'd make it happen, dog.
My list is getting smaller.
It is.
Brodnax is with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank y'all for having me, baby.
Shout out to
you know I'm a supporter of y'all shit too,
man,
baby.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's very appreciated, trust me, man. But we were anxious to get to Tailgates and Tall Boys for the experience and numerous artists we'd come across. But me personally, I was beyond excited to finally fucking meet Brodnax.
Thank you, baby.
Chad has been lucky enough to come in contact with you a lot over the past year, I guess it's been. And built a great relationship with you, and I love that fact. But ultimately, my man, it has turned me on to some of the best music I could ever ask for.
That's big, baby. Appreciate that, baby.
Dude. I'm a big, huge supporter, and it's no fucking secret, and I'm not fucking just throwing flowers randomly. It's a proven fact. We're 95 plus episodes into this show, and I've repeatedly said this on camera.
I see you, baby.
That I'm a huge fan.
I see you, baby.
So about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, I don't know, my man Brodnax absolutely shut down, opened up the day 2.
Absolutely, for sure.
Tailgates and Tall Boys.
Day 2.
First time, baby.
Shut it down.
First time we ever hey, thank y'all for letting us be out here, baby. And thank y'all for the hospitality of letting Chad and them set up in here too, baby.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
A million times over. The acceptance, though, Brodnax. Okay, what do you...
So normally I would go on second. Right, and and I got a new respect for Dusty Lee opening up the shows, because at 6 o'clock, it ain't a whole lot of people out there, so I know I had my work cut out for me. But as y'all seen, man, I get out there and give it 120, baby, just like I always do. I can't help it when music, period. But when mine comes on, baby, it's something electric, baby, and get to do it there in front of people that probably ain't never seen it before, and I can tell the faces when I scan the audience. The people that have seen it versus the people that are seeing it for the first time, baby. But man, to say I just left home and tomorrow probably be close to 40 days, baby. Well, I'll tell you what, boy, you want to get in this game, boy, you better get your shit together, baby, and get your head on tight, boy, because 40 days on the road with your people at the house, baby, you better come out here and get your mind on it, boy, and stay focused, baby.
Yeah.
You could do it too, bitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And through your music, man, if y'all are unfamiliar, I'm sure you're fucking familiar. The whole world's familiar with Brodnax to this point, man. But is this your first major leg on a tour like this, like 40 days straight? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how's that been for you, man? Because I know you're progressed in years, opposed to some of these early rappers that are out here, man, doing what y'all are doing so successfully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're up against some youngsters. You really are. But to your point, the message you provide for consumers, bro, about it don't matter, how long you've been doing it, how old you are, whatever. The message speaks for itself. Yeah. And that is the most applaudable shit ever, considering Chad Armes is one of the best rappers I fucking know on the planet.
Amen.
You know what I mean? And I recently
anxiety going crazy, bitch.
Dude, is it ever? Shout out Dedicated, available now.
Yeah, man. I got one for Brodnax too before he leaves.
Yeah, for sure. And I recently just turned 40, and bro, I fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm striving. I'm at my peak right now, based off our show and what we built with ChadArmesTV. But fucking A, bro, I don't give a fuck.
I do that in two parts then. So I'm no stranger to performance. Performance
Absolutely.
is nothing new to me. And even when I'm in the studio, I'm gonna try to perfect the performance before it ever gets to the stage, baby. I'm gonna start learning how the beat makes me want to move, and how to crawl, and how to, you know what I mean. And then I'll take it from there. But going back to the first part, baby, what was the first leg of the tour like, baby? I mean, that's just being able to see. I didn't think that there would be this big of an audience out there that was coming to the shows to fuck with me, bro. I had so many people come up and say, hey, man, we made it. You were the reason we come to the show, no cap. And then a lot of people, the majority of the people, would come up to the table and said, bro, we didn't know who you was, but dog, after you got finished with your performance, man, I had a lot of people come up and say I had a new biggest fan.
Yeah,
man,
that's dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's amazing, actually. I mean, you'll live with that for the rest of your life, bro.
And see,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like the way that you just described that is the way that I've seen people react when I show them YZ Remix or 16 Bar Challenge or Genghis John or whatever,
bro,
that have never heard of you. Same thing. It's just not in person. But when we spoke on the phone before the tour started, I was so excited for you because I knew the kind of effect that was going to have. I could just tell because I know the effect it has on people that I show the music to.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to see you in person and be able to interact with you, you know what I mean? I'm just glad that it did what it did. And
because I don't give a whole lot of and when I get to the point where I can back away from construction a little bit, baby, I can start giving a little bit more attention to the internet. Right now, I just don't have the time. It's not that I don't want to, but when I can staff somebody to do that. But getting back to your point, baby, like getting to not only meet them there, let them see the performance, but run it with them for a second and go mingle around we just regular people, and people got to understand that, like, the fan base is the reason the country rap shit is going crazy, baby, and we got to show love and respect back to them, so I just been running around here partying and hanging out with everybody for the last 40 days low key.
But you've been whatever you're doing a great job at it, Bubba.
Thank you.
Like, because to catch you on the 40th day and to be
biblical,
right, and to not be really tapped in with your music originally up till this past year. I mean, I admittedly have to admit that.
Yeah.
But the absolute fucking moment I got tapped into it, I haven't looked back. And everything you dropped or put out prior, I've been all over. Chad puts me on new shit. I remember Chad telling me, like, bro, next you don't know the fuck that is. My dog, bro. Like, the guy, the beard.
My dog goes hard for me,
dude, that's been my best friend for almost 20 years. Like, real talk. Like, and it's just one of those things that just miss squints. I don't know why, but I hate myself for it at times. I really do.
Yeah.
But bro, to finally meet Brodnax today,
man,
and to go off the stories from a best friend for close to 20 years, and the music, and to see how you put it out there, bro, and the message that you bring as a person and an individual, I as a consumer and a fan.
The message got to be first, baby.
Exactly.
The message got to be first.
And you're so clear with it, man. And I just want to say, like, as a consumer and a fan prior to today, because now I've had the pleasure of meeting you, and that's great. But you're damn good at what you do, Bubba. And like Chad said, it is contagious. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause the energy. And I told Brodnax when he came off stage, I said, bro, the energy was fucking bananas. Yeah, crazy. And Brodnax, shout out Brodnax, he let me and Chad come up and film from the side, from the stage and shit.
Yeah, dude.
And bro, when my man is doing his, shout out to Brodnax's choreography. It's amazing.
Yeah,
okay,
I do that myself.
I love
that crawl. That's that crawl he was talking about.
It's amazing. If you've never seen one of his videos, there'll be whatever episode this is or segment this is. There'll be some video below. So tap the fuck in if you don't know who this guy is. But dude, Chad, when he was, and I don't think Chad was up there with me for your set, Brodnax. I don't know. Dude, when my man was stomping, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It was like its own speaker. The whole fucking the emotion he puts into the performance is there, bro. He does it with a passion. It's just I admire it, bro. I really do. And then to finally meet you, that's just a whole different side of it. You know what I mean? It's just it's genuine and everything I thought, honestly, just based off what Chad's told me.
Yeah. So I know what we can do. So me and Mel went to y'all's second and third show, or third and fourth show at the beginning of this.
Shout out, Mel.
We tried to shoot the interview. So there was issues with the audio. We'll get back on that later. But to catch you now that we've caught up with you at the tail end of this first leg.
Dope.
Just you want to talk about, like, let's do this. What were some of your favorite spots that y'all went to?
Bro, Detroit felt like Louisiana.
Yeah.
Laconia, New Hampshire was beautiful.
That's what Codeine was saying too. He said it was crazy.
Shout out Codeine.
Yeah. We got to take a day off at the beach in West Virginia. The ranch where I was hanging on the rafter.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dog. Florida was crazy. It's hard thinking back that many dates, but bro, I could tell, like, just like I told y'all earlier, dog, I didn't think, like, surely when we get in the South, I have something, baby. We made our way up that East Coast, baby. They out there ripping. I mean, bro, it's like, damn, boy, you really don't know where it's gonna go when you push that upload button, baby. You don't know how many people it's gonna touch. You don't know how many people it's gonna reach, bitch. Because I honestly thought I was going to Adam Calhoun, Demon Jones, and me and Dusty Lee was just gonna be in there trying to piece it together. But bitch, they so, bro. I'm
all of y'all,
bro,
that's a strong tour, Brodnax. Like seriously, and it's out there that there's another leg of this tour coming. Correct?
Yes, sir.
You know, and
the fall.
Yeah. And I've heard a number attached to these dates, and I'm not putting shit out there, but at the same time, that's another stretch.
It's another stretch.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work coming.
It ought to be pretty close to this one right here, but I can go get 60 days of recovery, because I've been preparing for this physically too, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, there's no question. I mean, physically, dude, you don't look like you couldn't take 100 days on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm excited though of what was learned from the first 40.
Yes, sir.
Because those first 40 tour dates, you know, they associated people from those cities and outside those cities, just like the one that just happened.
Yeah.
And bro, the next, 30, 40, 50, however many of y'all attached to the second leg of the tour, like, I think that's going to surprise you even more.
Yeah, man. Especially if we go hit the West Coast, and they said they might have a Louisiana date, baby, we gonna go crazy at the bottom, bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Well, and say another thing too. I know me and you spoke earlier when we came to the Evansville show towards the beginning. You were talking about how whatever you do on this tour, this leg of the tour, there's stuff you can learn, and then when y'all go back out, that you'll be that much wiser. You know what I mean? You'll know how to game plan more, because even though you were prepared for it, I'm sure it was stuff that happened that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, like with anything,
like your booth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just checking out what can be and what can't be, and just knowing that, you know what, you might not want to do a whole bunch of extra shit, baby. You might want to come simplify 3 or 4 designs, a couple of designs on the hat, make sure you got your number and your sizes right. A lot of logistics go into that, baby.
Definitely.
And then you got to tear somebody off a big 20K to get ready, bitch. I mean, you know what I mean? To come out here on the road for that long amount of time, baby, you gotta invest, just like we've been doing this whole time, baby. You got to invest the whole time. So the merch ticket is big, but baby, the back end is even better, baby.
Yeah,
back end is even better. And shout out to everybody that come up to the table, baby, and bought something and shook my hand.
An amazing piece of amazing shirt that I have on now. This came from the Brodnax booth.
But absolutely, we're gonna go sharpen our pencil, baby. The merch is gonna be better. It's gonna be fresher. I'm gonna have a little bit more, the table's probably gonna look a little bit better. I'm gonna bring my rug, bring my sign. Shout out to Rugs McFly.
Shout out Rugs McFly.
Yeah, they're working on something for us, I think, too.
If it hasn't started yet, it should.
Yeah, we're gonna get something from them for sure.
Just make the bitch look better and make it look, make it look nice, baby. Try to get it as good as I can. But yeah, definitely learning what you can and can't do out here on the road, baby. But being physically prepared was probably one of the best things that I did. I went and got in the gym 18 months ago, and it just happened to work out where I was probably in the best shape of my life coming out here on this road.
Yeah, I see you in the gym, bro. I see you on the social media in the gym going hard. And I love how you push the children in there with you.
Yeah, man.
That's what it's all
about, baby.
I love how family-oriented Brodnax is.
Each one teach one, bitch. And shout out to the Brodnaxes that been holding the fort down since I've been gone. Wait till I get home, dog. Wait till I get home, mama. Wait till I get home, Johnny Big Blade. Well, shout out Nola. What's up, baby?
I love it, dude. I love it. So after Tailgates and Top Boys headed home for a couple months, right? Or for a month at least?
Yeah, man. I believe we may have one more tomorrow, but 100% the Vogue tires on that Buick finna hit that gravel road, baby. We finna be back in the bottom, dog.
Good. That's what's up, man. Well,
hell yeah, that's it's dope too, because I know that you're gonna be itching to get back to the fam, man. And spending time with them, and going fishing with Johnny, and just spending time with.
Y'all seen them, baby. You and Mel got to come down to the house, so you know how close they usually right on my hip, baby. So it's been strange being away from them this long.
I could imagine, man. Not personally, but I could only imagine. Like that's got to be tough, man. Especially seeing how family oriented you really are. You're a family guy.
We looked at it like a challenge. You know what I mean? Let's challenge each other to communicate a little bit by phone, and we ain't got to wear each other out. But, baby, this is kind of like a healthy builder for a family if you can communicate and keep it together while you're gone, especially to come home with the return that I'm going to have, baby. I could have worked many a day, but not made this kind of money in 40 days, baby. So it's been a blessing, baby. And I'm going to go home and bless my family with that bread, too, baby. So
good for you, man. Good for you. Y'all hear how that guy talks, man? It's just like I love the way you carry yourself, Bubba. Like I said, when Chad asked you about what's the difference between then and now, and what you've learned, etc., and for like I said, dude, being a fan the past year and finally having the opportunity to meet you and getting a rare opportunity to sit with a guy like you right now, just taking full advantage of our scenario. You shook it tonight, dog. Like you look like a seasoned vet that has been up there doing it, and in front of a crowd, big or small, it doesn't fucking because based off what he said, there was a lot of people out there.
For sure.
But by the time you were done, it had tripled. You know what I mean? They flooded in there, Bubba. Like you said, are leaving cities and people approaching you that wasn't aware of you when they got there. They know of you now, and same with the people that, like I said, most of our viewers and listeners and watchers surely know who Brodnax is at this point, based off ChadArmesTV's content, right? But I'm telling y'all, there wasn't nobody more excited for this sit down other than myself, dog.
Yeah, and again, salute to Adam, salute to Demon, salute to Dusty.
Absolutely.
I know this show specifically. Adam was under the weather. You're under the weather currently, right?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of thing you just got to push through, man. And y'all definitely did that for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure people appreciated that show. I
know, of course, with doing the music like you've been, or doing the touring like you've been doing. For people maybe wondering, you got something you're going to start working on some news?
Yeah, what's next, bro?
Y'all know what we're going to do, baby. We're going to get home and start dropping 2 songs every month.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I was on here.
And we're going to get back on that YouTube hustle. We're going to try to pump these. I got all my music on one account now. I consolidated all my stuff to video, and they do good business over there, baby. So look, the whole objective now is just to give people a proper game plan instead of just dropping it, getting it done on Thursday, dropping it on Friday morning. We're going to give a little bit more promo time. We're going to start doing it a little bit more strategic. But, baby, y'all know we're going to get home and start dropping bombs, baby.
No, absolutely, man. And then it's just been a dope weekend so far. Like, to see Leroy shake it and see 3-6 do their thing yesterday.
Shout out Leroy B.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then see you, Adam, Dusty, and Demon, all y'all, and Savannah, all y'all killed it tonight. And then tomorrow. Man. Tomorrow we got Strug, Jelly, and Chase Matthew.
Shout out, baby. Shout out.
Yeah, so it's dope, man. I'm glad that we got to catch back up with you. And we're gonna, once you get me them dates, whenever y'all get them figured out later, we're gonna go through and schedule. And we're gonna try to make
Amen,
several
baby.
of them
I know
things.
y'all will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I know
I'll
y'all
definitely be sure to at least try to tag along for one. I'm
Yeah,
like
for
you, bro.
sure.
I work full time at home, so it's hard
Yeah.
for me to travel like
Shout
Chad
out,
does.
baby.
Yeah.
But when Brodnax is involved, I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah,
to
we'll make
attend.
sure. We'll
You
make
know
it
what I'm
happen.
saying?
For
sure.
Dude, I can't thank you enough. Like I
Yeah.
said, we don't
Thank
want to
y'all,
keep Brodnax too long. Y'all got to understand, he's been in his merch booth for hours,
Yeah, man.
signing and shaking hands, bro, and he still took the time to just
Outwork everybody,
walk
dog.
all the way
Yeah,
across the thing. He had to stop 10 times just to get over here to take pictures and stuff, man.
sir.
So
Yeah.
salute to you, Brodnax. I appreciate you so much, my friend. And anytime you got some shit to say, man, that chair is yours. I don't care what state, city we are fucking in. Please pull the fuck back up, my friend.
Yeah.
Real quick before I go, baby,
Yeah.
shout out Chad
Anything.
Arms, baby, shout out Mel, shout out Squints, baby, shout out got some shit to say, baby, shout out rest in peace to the worm, dog.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Look
for
here,
sure.
bitch, shout out to them Tennessee white boys, bitch, shout out to everybody in Tennessee, dog.
Yeah.
Look here, baby, y'all know we grew up on that Memphis shit, baby, and y'all got a special place with me, baby, forever, you know what I mean? And I kind of seen the white boy shit originate in Nashville when I went down there.
Yeah,
I
man.
got to, you know, pump my music when we was running the country in a little van, dog. But anyway, baby, y'all know it's big love, baby. I'm gonna go get back on this bus, baby. We're gonna pull up at the house tomorrow. Y'all keep in touch with me, baby. Let's stay
Fuck
connected, baby. Hey, bitch, and stay on your shit, boy. You can do it too, bitch.
He ain't lying,
yeah,
man.
man.
Shout out to Brodnax. He's a fucking goat. You're
bad,
good,
dog, my
Brodnax.
bad.
It's I Got Some Shit to Say to podcast, Chad Arms TV. Fucking Brodnax, man.
Hell
We're
yeah.
out of here.
Bow.
Bow, bow, bow.
Papaw.
Yes, sir.
Yo, real quick, let's take 1 second, Chad, real quick,
Yeah.
just to thank one of our sponsors, the GOAT, Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
For sure.
Right? Those guys are amazing at what they do. They're expert in any type of HVAC services you could ever want. We're talking like expert design, superior service, quality installation since 1985.
85, dude. 85.
That's almost 40 years.
That's just, dude, that's insane.
I just turned 40. That's a long time. I'm really old. So obviously these guys know what they're doing. You guys need anything like that? Let me show you. These guys right here, they're the guys to call. Y'all see the name, the number, anything you may need, South Nashville Heating and Cooling can get it done.
For sure. And what better time to have them come help you out.
said it, dude.
It's hotter than two rats making hot, passionate whoopee in a wool sock outside at all times.
That
I mean,
sounds pretty
you
accurate.
walk outside and you have heat stroke.
That's dead on. I totally agree.
Mark's your go-to guy. If you want it blowing snow biscuits in
Yeah.
your crib, you hit up South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Do them a favor. When you get them on the phone, tell them you heard about them when I Got Some Shit to Say to podcast.
For sure.
what it's worth. But, yeah, one more time. Shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling, man. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number, man. Get at them. Let's start real quick. It's I Got Some Shit to Say to podcast, man. We're back. Yeah. Golly, what a shit ton of content.
Yeah, man.
Still Tailgates and Tall Boys currently right now. I guess we're at day 3.
Yeah.
But just to recap a little bit, we wanted to go back and just sort of, we had a few minutes. Fun fact, Struggle Jennings is currently on stage at Tailgates and Tall Boys, shaking the fucking building, literally.
Yeah, this is day 3, yep.
Absolutely out there just shaking it right now, currently. But we have a few moments that we just wanted to come back, sit down, and sort of revamp some of the stuff that's we've encountered along our
for sure.
journey here at Tailgates and Tall Boys. Brodnax. Yesterday, you know, was filled with talent. There was talent all over the fucking place. From Adam Calhoun to Brodnax, Dusty Lee. Who else was here?
Demon Jones.
Demon Jones was here. It was my first time seeing her.
Savannah
meeting.
Dexter.
And Savannah Dexter.
Bravo.
We got to see Bravo Gator, and we got to see Bravo proposing to Savannah. Like everything, as a whole day, that day was crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of content we brung in that day, crazy. Like everything positive, everything just great. But me personally, I have to openly admit, just on this one personal segment, y'all all know how I feel about this.
Yeah,
I finally got to meet Brodnax.
absolutely.
I'm a huge fan of Brodnax. I became a fan of Brodnax through Mel and Chad.
He's my favorite.
And obviously, Mel's been open about that. We all know Mel is a big fan of Brodnax as well.
For sure.
But the way that sit down kind of came about, we wanted to come on and specifically kind of focus on that because all day long we linked up with Brodnax early in the afternoon. I'd say probably 4 o'clock. You know, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, for sure.
Immediate love, solid fucking dude. My first time meeting him, I'm a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He immediately threw flowers back our way about the show. Chad has an open relationship with Brodnax, and so does Mel. Everyone knows this. I'm just speaking on my own behalf right now. But he immediately said, "Squints, bro, nice to finally meet you as well. You swing for me, baby. I appreciate that shit. Like, it's love, baby. It's love. And I mean, everything that I expected him, I guess I knew what he was going to say, but everything I anticipated the moment I got to meet Brodnax being, it was everything plus some, because it was everything I hoped it would be. And he immediately said that before it was all said and done, he would make some time to come sit down with us.
Yeah.
When he went back to his merch booth, checked in, this was before he performed. And then I remember he came through the room, and we had someone sitting down. Bravo, yeah, okay. And Bravo's episode turned into a pretty long segment, which is great. We're so appreciative. Shout out to Bravo Gator, Savannah Dexter. Congratulations. But he took notice of that. He sort of, he came through, maybe got some whatever. There's food and shit in here, and he went back out. So we were like, damn, hope we didn't miss that opportunity. Blah blah blah. Afterwards, by then, Brodnax opened the show at 6 p.m. So after the Bravo sit down, I mean, it was 6 p.m. I think we literally jumped up from Bravo's episode and went straight out and caught Brodnax's performance. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Does that sound accurate? And shout out to Brodnax. He immediately told me and Chad, come up, get the footage. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got to be up there with me, baby. Blah, blah, blah. It's just so much love, man. And it's we got to go up and enjoy Brodnax's performance, etc. And
I'm glad that you got to experience that today, because that has been like that since the moment we met him.
I'm glad you finally.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Change. Like, dude, that's all I've went off of. Yeah. So everybody, if you're a friend of Chatty, you're a friend of mine. Like, Chatty sort of opens those relationships for me before I even get there. Mm-hmm. 9 times out of 10, Chad's on the road more than me. He does like the formal introduction, and he's so fucking incorporated with this show. I mean, he's my business partner and all that.
Yeah.
So when that happens, if I don't know him yet, dude, I go off what my best friend tells me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which was great for Brodnax's scenario, because I met him like this, like, hey, how about a hug? Not really, but that's like the mentality. You know what I mean? Like, it was family before I even got to meet the guy, but I was so anxious to meet him. And we got to enjoy his performance, etc. For the people that wasn't here at Tailgates and Tallboys that were unfamiliar with Brodnax, and I'm sure that's a very slim list, but the attention and the support that he got from his performance, it woke a lot of people up. I know there had to be so many more people tapped into his brand and what he's out here doing and the noise he's making on this tour with Adam Calhoun and them.
For sure.
Shout out to that whole team. They just got off a 40-leg tour.
40, and, for sure.
And are headed out for a second one in 2 more months. So that's just bananas. Those boys are working.
For sure. Shout out to Adam, too.
Yeah, shout out to
the dog yesterday, and he still came out there and shook it.
Absolutely. We'll touch on that in a minute, too. Yeah. But Brodnax, after his performance, immediately, announced to the crowd that he would be available at his merch booth for the remainder of the evening. He didn't care how long it took. He would shake every hand, whatever. Mm-hmm. That boy probably stood out there for 3+ hours doing exactly that.
No, that's what, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I think we probably walked down there 2 or 3 times during his performance just to check in, you know what I mean? See if he had any time, if he was sort of standing around, or if, he was like, oh, yeah, let's knock it out. He was busy. He was working. He was doing exactly that. I watched that man literally bring everybody in close and appreciate them and thank them and do all of the above and, sign everything that was asked to be signed, sell every piece of merch.
I watched him sign a boot. I watched him sign shirts.
Which I signed that boot today, which was fun.
Yeah, Chatty signed some boots today. Yeah, signed everything that was presented to him. And, but when it was all pretty much said and done, the guy had probably been on his feet probably 15 hours straight. He had encountered so much, you know what I mean, performed everything else. We called him back in his booth. By then, it is probably damn near 11 p.m. I think Adams had just finished performing.
Yeah, Adams done. Yeah.
So we were everybody's kind of shutting down. And all of a sudden, Mel has a brief conversation with Brodnax. And how'd that go, Mel?
Pretty good. He just looked at me and he said, what do you need me to do, babe? Yeah. And I said, well, I'm ready to go when you're ready to go. And he said, let's go.
Yeah, so then me and Squints were in the middle of talking to some Shit to Say fans and ChadArmesTV fans.
Facts.
And they were like, he's ready to do it. I'm like, all right, cool. So we wrapped that up, and then we just went straight in here.
Facts. Mel chucked the deuce, said, let's go. And Brodnax was 20 feet in front of us, headed back here. Along the way, go ahead, Chad.
No, go ahead.
Along the way, he encountered,
he was getting stopped. Yeah, multiple times.
My guy right there, dude. Shout out Tubbs.
Shout out Tubbs, man.
He took me on the scariest moments of my life. Shout out Kansas Rebel Man. He's also in the building. Kansas Rebel Man's been out there beating on the fucking door.
Ride with Tubbs anytime.
Yeah, Mel and Squints had a fun ass time, dude.
It was fun. I shit my pants. I stink bad.
I had a fun time once I got back here, and I was
good.
able to admit that I lived through it. But
Right.
Tubbs was the scariest. That was the scariest
What
I've
did
been
you
and the
say?
safest
Definitely.
I felt.
What did
He's
you
a
say?
goddamn national treasure, is what I said.
He did say that when we got back. Goddamn national
Shout out
treasure.
Tubbs.
Shout out Tubbs.
But
yeah,
man,
back to Brodnax.
the Brodnax, yeah, for sure.
Almost 11 p.m. You know, shutting down
Yeah.
shop. Literally, all he had to do was pack up his trailer and head to the next fucking city. And Mel had
They're back
Mel,
home now because they canceled.
Yeah,
the last
back home.
one.
They
Yeah,
canceled
back
the last
home,
show
yeah.
due to Adam being under the weather. Super sick. But Brodnax came through, sat down with us for what y'all just saw, or what y'all are about. The whole evening was star-studded. It was a great event all around. We get to see so many familiar faces at this Tailgates and Tallboys, which makes my first experience here so memorable. I've loved it,
man.
like everything. Just before we came in just now, I ran into fucking struggle, and you know, we've had jelly through today, and it's just been a great experience, man. Shout out to Mel, shout out to Chad, shout out to Show Improved, Jay's been with us. Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to Jay.
LBC or something like that.
LBC,
We've called him like 10
baby.
different things this whole trip.
But like
Papaw Jr.
Papaw Jr.
Yeah,
so
Papaw
like,
Jr.
Hopefully, y'all enjoy this segment that we're about to show y'all as much as we did.
Yeah.
Salute to the dog Brodnax.
Yes, always.
Salute to everybody. Yeah.
For sure.
And Brodnax touched on something in his show, and he also said it when he came to set with us about having to be away from your family,
Yeah,
be
for
away
sure.
from home, and that's the same thing with us.
Yeah, I
with
think we
trying
got that
to
on-
bring you
yeah.
content. You know, whether even if we're at the house, we're still away from family time.
Yeah, for sure.
to
Trying to
get
make
things
sure to
done.
Oh yeah, I mean,
for
y'all
you
know my life.
guys.
Y'all hear us talk 2 days a
So-
week from my house, and y'all know right now currently I'm away from my girls and Amy, so that, you know, it sucks. But you know, shout out to the fam and shout out to the team. We sacrifice it all for the content and all for, you know, for ChadArmesTV and Show Improved Entertainment. You know, that's ultimately what this is.
So yeah, man. Tailgates and Tall Boys.
Amazing,
Great.
It's been amazing. We ain't done neither. We ain't packing up
No,
yet.
for sure. This is just kind of leading y'all
Yeah.
into this so it fills the episode out a little bit more.
And this being our first time here with this, we came, you know, with merch or whatever, and it just really hasn't worked out that way.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of people's
when we
merch that
get-
come before ours.
yeah,
you know what I
when
mean?
we
So
get back home,
shirts
the merch will be back
Absolutely.
up on the
Great. I'm glad you
website.
remember.
But I
it'll
want
be up by now.
this
for
is
sure.
in the event that we gain people that were here.
Yeah.
If you were here at Tailgates and Tall Boys, and we have I Got Some Shit to Say, which is the logo for this particular podcast.
Hell yeah.
We will have those shirts available on our website. We also have hats, Show Improved hats,
Boom.
Show Improved shirts. We got, you know, different color waves, and I've got a new colorway coming out at the beginning of August that's being designed, and it will be the same thing, but it will be camo.
Camo. People have been asking about camo. So we know that a camo is going to be dope.
That's on the way too, but we will have the website up and running for you guys for your merch.
Yeah, it's up already.
Dedicated,
right now.
available now.
By the time this, absolutely, dedicated,
I'll have it
available
back.
now.
Boom.
Active.
Up as always, but yeah. In the meantime, in between time, it's still the same old shit, man. Tailgates and Tall Boys Day 3. We're working. Little recap. Shout out to the team. Show Improved Entertainment. It's IGSSTS.com. ChadArmesTV. Chatty. Let's move.
Bow.
But bitch, we got views.